Hello. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. Again, we're back on air. We're back on air, everyone, for the FB Live of Kuya Borj, your certified life skills and self-discovery coach. Mm, I have missed a lot of days and I'm very sorry for that. Apologetic po ako masyado. Very, very busy sa work. And ngayon naman, nagkakaroon naman ng kaguluhan ng buong bansa dahil sa MECQ. But still, with times of darkness and in times of crisis, siguro mas maganda na may positivity tayong makukuha o mapupulot. Hindi lang sa paligid, kundi lalong-lalo na sa social media, which I do believe is one of the pinagkakaabalahan ng bawat Pilipino or ng bawat tao ngayon sa buong mundo. So, to proceed, again, we're talking about the Code of Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Lakiani. And nasa chapter 7 na tayo. Mhm. Hanggang chapter 10 lang pala siya. So, ang topic ngayon is live in blissipline. Hindi discipline ha, blissipline. From the word bliss. B-L-I-S-S. Kanina, tiningnan ko sa Cambridge English Dictionary kung anong meaning ng bliss. Bliss means perfect happiness o complete happiness. So, the title of the chapter is Live in Blissipline. So that means dapat mabuhay tayo in disciplining ourselves to be in bliss. Kumbaga, we must discipline ourselves to be happy. So medyo mahirap siya, honestly speaking, especially with what's happening in the world right now, especially with our personal circumstances, even on my own personal circumstance. So, pero if we want to be an exceptional human being, if we want to grow, talagang dapat we must practice this chapter, live in discipline. So, yan. So, happiness. Bliss is about happiness. So, we must discipline ourselves to be happy. Hindi naman yung hindi yung parang krung-krung na kahit anong ginagawa o kahit anong gawin sa kanya, happy siya. So, hindi naman ganun. So, reasonable happiness. So, why happiness matters? So, bakit? The question is why? Why should we live or why should we discipline ourselves to be happy? So, according sa isang study, sa isang book ni Sean Aker, The Happiness Advantage, yun ang title ng book niya, may tatlong major factors why we should be happy. First, happiness can improve performance at your job or your business. So it can improve performance. Siguro hindi naman na kailangan ng scientific research, di ba? If you are an employee or if you have an employee, kung ikaw ang businessman o may-ari ng business, and meron kang empleyado na sa tingin mo ay hindi masaya, nakikita mo sa mga mata pa lang niya ay magang-maga, namumula, malungkot na malungkot. Do you think he can perform his job well? Well, I don't think so. So, happiness can improve performance at your job or your business. Second, good attitude yield better results. Pag sinabing good attitude, being happy most of the time, all of the time, is a part of having a good attitude. Yung tipong hindi ka sensitive, yung tipong hindi ka onion skin, na may sinabi lang na ganito sa'yo, na misinterpret mo na, hindi naman yun yung meaning na gustong ipaabot sa'yo nung kausap mo. So, you must be happy, you must have a good attitude, because mas magaganda yung resulta. Ito lang example, personal na naman. At work, last Friday, I think, it was last Friday, hindi, last Thursday, Friday was a holiday. So, it was last Thursday, talagang sabaw na yung utak dahil morning hanggang evening, grabe yung ginagawa namin. Um, Siguro mga 9 p.m. plus na, may mga nag-Viber pa. And dahil pagod na ako, um, yung interpretation ko dun sa message, negative. So, it's an assumption. So, it's not a good attitude. I'm assuming, di ba? nag-a-assume ako. Ang tingin ko dun sa message is negative. Pero deep inside pala, nung kinaumagahan, nung nakausap ko yung taong mismo, anong Sabado, nakausap ko mismo yung taong nag-message na yun. It was actually on a positive note. Well, siguro dahil pagod, diba? Medyo sabaw na yung utak dahil maghapon ng grabing ginawa. Um, yung attitude, medyo bumagsak. So that's why discipline, BLISSIPLINE. So it is important to discipline yourself, to have a good attitude, and to be happy. Because it will affect your uh, performance at work, and it will affect on giving best results. So yan. And third, especially for parents like us, happiness may help kids learn. So it's a good learning ano ba, parang lagay, ano ba? Ang masayang bata mas madaling matututo. So dapat palaging masaya ang mga anak natin, mas madali nilang na-absorb sa utak nila kung ano man yung tinuturo natin o tinuturo ng teacher o kung ano man ang dapat niyang matutunan sa mundo. So that's the three um, reasons why happiness matters. So again, that's from Sean Aker, The Happiness Advantage na book. So, i-define nga natin, ano bang happiness? So, just to be clear, di ba? Para maging clear tayo. What is happiness? Kung titingnan natin sa biology, sa biochemistry, may apat na chemicals na associated sa happiness. So, una, serotonin. Ang serotonin is a mood booster. So, lumalabas ang serotonin when you feel valued or important. So, dopamine, um, ito naman yung chemical na lumalabas din o nare-release when you experience something good. Then, oxytocin, o trust hormone din ang tawag dito. Ito naman, lumalabas nitong biochemical na to when we feel close contact. Sabi nga ng isang scholar, si Paul Zak, para daw yung oxytocin natin tumaas, kinakailangan daw natin ng minimum of 8 hugs. Hugs. Yakap. Yan, yakap. Per day para daw tumaas ang ating oxytocin. Then endorphin, ang endorphin naman ay yung biochemical naman sa brain natin na lumalabas para mabawasan yung pain o mag-persevere tayo kung may difficult task. So, based sa biochemistry, yun yung apat na chemicals for having happiness in our lives. Pero kung titingnan naman natin sa English dictionary again, syempre happiness, root word is happy. So, sabi dito, feeling or showing pleasure or contentment. Ayan, maganda yung term, contentment. Content. Contentado, contento. So, yes, with what's happening around right now, with all the worries, I know it's hard to be happy. Pero, if you feel content inside, diba? Being alive, being kahit paano, you have a roof over your head, may damit ka, may nakakain ka pa naman, and you're contented with that, with all of the happenings na nangyayari ngayon, it's a spark of happiness. So, sabi pa dito, we experience happiness sa tatlong bagay. So, happiness from special and unique experiences. Special and unique experiences. Ito rated PG. Having an incredible make love session, 'di ba? After that, kumbaga yung biochemical, yung apat na yun talagang sabog na sabog yun. So you feel high, you feel good. Yes, 'di ba? Uh, naglalaro ka ng basketball. I know marami naglalaro ng mga kuya ng basketball. And last seconds, lamang yung kalaban, ikaw yung may dala ng bola, ikaw yung nakapanalo, 'di ba? So it's a happiness na talagang magwawala ka. Woo! 'Di ba? Yeah! Yan. So, si Kuya Ray Chan ng bata, alam na yan. So, Yan is happiness from special and unique experiences. Then meron ding happiness from growth and awakening. Growth and awakening o kahit walang ganun na experience, pero dahil you're growing, nararamdaman mo na nagiging iba na yung point of thinking mo, nagmamature ka na, deep inside, nagkakaroon ka ng sinasabing self-happiness, which is more matured kaysa dun sa naunang happiness. Pero ang pinaka-matured na source of happiness is happiness from meaning. Meaning, pakahulugan. For example, itong ginagawa natin ngayon. Again, this is an advocacy to spread positive vibes sa social media. Deep inside, it makes me happy. Pero honestly, minsan naiisip ko rin, nakakapagod na. Diba? Magre-research pa ako, galing ako sa work, pagod na ako eh. So, instead na ihiga or ipapahinga, I'm still doing this. It's because deep inside, I find the meaning on what I'm doing. Diba? I find meaning on what is this about. Parang like being parents again. Kapag magulang ka, sabi nila ang saya maging magulang, di ba? Pero we all know, pagpapalit ng diaper, pag umiyak yung bata sa gabi, pag may masakit na nararamdaman ng bata, it's not happiness agad-agad, di ba? Pero pag matured ka na, yung definition mo ng happiness, hindi na lang na concretize sa mga madadaling bagay eh. So, hindi mo pa rin ipagpapalit yung happiness na as a parent, even though pinagdadaanan mo yung ganun. Right now, mag-enrollment na naman, ganyan-ganyan. Uh, but still, you're still happy because you're a parent. Diba? So, that's happiness from meaning. And being happy. So, in times like this, yun nga, in times like this, you need di ba may commercial na ganyan. So, in times like this, may mga sources tayo of happiness na pwedeng paghugutan. So, sa past na mga discussions natin, nasabi ko yung power of gratitude, a very simple happiness booster. So, let's discipline ourselves sa magkaroon ng power of gratitude every night before we sleep. Siguro 5, 10. Kung nagjo-journal ka, may mga taong mahilig mag-journal, just write it down. Lord, thank you. Nakauwi po ako. Lord, thank you. Kahit pa paano, nagsahod kami. Lord, thank you. Kasi ganito, ganyan. From the simple things to the big things, having an attitude of gratitude provokes happiness. Ito rin, um, doon sa earlier chapter, di ba? Yung bend reality, if you can still remember, sabi ko, di ba, if we want to bend reality, we must be happy now and we must have a dream of a better future. Pero eto naman, karamihan sa atin, um, tinatali natin yung happiness natin sa future. So, hindi sa now. So, like, magiging masaya siguro ako kung may kotse na ako. Or, magiging masaya siguro ako kung may swimming pool na yung bahay namin. So, you're tying your happiness into the future. So, it's not that good. So, actually, it's bad. Why not baligtarin mo? Think of the past instead of thinking of the future. Of course, I'm not saying na hindi ka mangarap for the future. Pero pagdating sa happiness, don't tie it in the future. Pagdating sa happiness, think of the past, of your past. For example, like me, wala akong trabaho for the past few months. Pero ngayon, kahit papaano may trabaho tayo. So, it's good on my self-esteem, di ba? Magiging happy ako kahit paano, ay thank you, oo nga, hindi ko naisip yon. Yan, di ba? So, thank you, hindi ko naisip yon. Then, ano pa ba? Um, nung panahon, kahit papaano, ganito lang yung buhay ko. Pero ngayon, kahit papaano, ganito na ako. So, instead of tying it up in the future, think of yourself kung ano yung kalagayan mo in the past and be inspired nung pinagdaanan mo. Lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan at pinagdaanan. So, yung ang tawag doon, sabi ni Dan Sullivan, isang entrepreneurial coach, is the reverse gap appreciation. Okay. Then, second source ng happiness na medyo mahirap, forgiveness. It's a common term. It's a term na ang daling sabihin, pero honestly, ang hirap gawin. Forgiveness. So, total I mean total forgiveness. Mm, here sa book, may sinasabi sila na especially ang hirap i-forgive kung kaharap mo yung tao or harapan kayong mag-ano, kung hindi ka pa ready and you're emotionally packed, di ba? So, ang exercise na inaano nila, parang ini-encourage nila before you forgive someone, spend a quiet time alone, i-feel mo. Sige, namnamin mo muna yung sakit, yung bad trip, yung sakit, yung negativity nung ginawa niya sa'yo, o whatever. Gusto mo umiyak, umiyak ka. Gusto mo sumigaw, di sumigaw ka. Gusto mo magpunit, magpunit ka. Alright? Ilabas mo. Then, visualize your anger. Visualize your anger na nilagay mo siya kunyari sa isang bato, a big rock, and throw it sa ocean. And visualize mo lang. Habang nakapikit ka, visualize mo lang yon. Yung bato na yon, lumulubog na sa ocean of tranquility, ocean of peacefulness, ocean na klaradong-klarado. Very serene, very blue, ang ganda-ganda. So that's one practice. I know it's a bit difficult, but siguro naman walang kukontra na lahat naman tayo naka-experience. Na kapag may kim-kim kang sama ng loob o may anger ka deep inside you, it affects your happiness. And you do some things, actually hindi lang some things, you do a lot of things on a shallow reason. Gusto kong higitan siya eh. Gaganti ako, dapat ganito ako. Diba? So, it's not healthy and it will not help you to reach your full potential. I know it's hard, but if you want to have a life of discipline, it's part of the process na dapat magawa natin. And last is give. Diba? Give. Giving produces happiness. Mahirap i-explain. Mahirap yan i-explain honestly. Even sa science, sa biochemistry natin. Kasi ang chemical attitude na biochemical attitude natin is survival, 'di ba? Gusto natin kuha, 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 kuha. Tapos pero pag nag-give ka naman, parang it runs against your biochemistry or your human nature. Pero you feel good. You feel happy. So it's one of the great paradox of life. So sabi nga ni Dalai Lama, to be happy, make others happy. Alright? So happiness is something na dapat i-share. Happiness is something na dapat ipagkalat. So, if you want to be happy, make others happy. This is one of the point kung bakit mm, ang Quezon City Sandigan Eagles Club, ang Philippine Eagles, ang the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles, is talagang continuous sa pagtulong sa mga communities. It's because may enlightened self-interest. Sabihin natin may konting self-interest kasi masaya, magaan sa loob, makatulong. Nakakatulong ka eh. Ibig sabihin, you're doing something. You're you're a part of a bigger world, 'di ba? Hindi yung akin lang, ako lang. So it's a no-no. If you want to be happy, learn how to give. Okay? Learn how to give. Tapos may nabasa rin ako, which tumama sa akin. Tinanong daw si Dalai Lama ng isang bisita niya. Ang sabi daw kay Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama, um, paano ako magiging happy with all the misery, violence, lahat ng nangyayari ng kasamaan sa mundo? Parang plastic ang dating ko nun. Di ba? Ang sagot naman ni Dalai Lama, well, Dalai Lama, we know, sa mga hindi nakakilala, siya ang highest rank ng mga Tibetan monks and full of wisdom. Ang sagot niya is also a question. Ganun ng mga hermit, eh, no? You ask them with a question, isasagot din sa'yo question. Maganda yung sagot niya. Sabi niya, but if you are unhappy, how can you help? But if you are unhappy, how can you help? So, di ba? Honestly, ewan I haven't seen an unhappy person na tumutulong. Why? Because happiness is a state of mind. Giving, forgiving, and saying thank you or having the power of gratitude. So, it's part of the BLISSIPLINE. So, it's a very good term na na-coin na naman ni Vishen Yakyani. BLISSIPLINE, bliss, from the keyword bliss. Bliss means being happy or content, and discipline from discipline. So, we must discipline ourselves to be happy most of the time or all of the time. Mahirap, pero kaya. Believe you me, kaya. So, dyan natin tatapusin ang chapter 7 ng book na The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. And since ECQ na naman, stay safe. Let's just follow the rules. Alam naman na natin yan, di ba? Social distancing, wag lalabas kung wala naman talagang pangangailangan. It's all for each and everyone. And yes, again, nandyan sa comment section, ay sa description section ng live na to, ang ating mga magigiting na mga sa paniniwala natin ay tumutulong para mapadiretso ang advocacy natin. Nandiyan ang IHELP Coaching and Business Solutions. Nandiyan ang community of certified life skills and self-discovery coaches. And of course, ang the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Philippine Eagles. And the chapter where I belong, the club where I belong, Quezon City Sandigan Eagles Club. Congratulations pala. We had our GMM or General Monthly Meeting last night. And congratulations sa mga aspirants. At nakita natin na active sila. So kahit kami via Zoom na lang, minsan napuputol because of the internet connection. So still yes, mabuhay ang Agila. Thank you very much. Lalo sa mga aspirants natin na sana isabuhay natin Deo et Patria, for God and for country. And yes, for our for our financial trainings and advocacies, nandiyan ang IMG, care of Ate Maricar de la Torre. And isi-share ko lang din, may nag-PPM nga sa akin, isa ring kuya, with regards sa financial, na ang sabi niya marami siyang loan dito, loan down. So, yon. So, dito natin makikita na financial literacy is very important for us to survive in the real world. Sa totoo lang, kailangan natin ng pera. 'Di ba? So, financial literacy is very important. So, we have some discussions via private message. And yes, and of course, ang Dr. Soothe, andyan din. So, kung may mga gusto mag-reseller, just send me a message for Dr. Soothe. And ang catering services ni Kuya Alan Villa, na talagang isa ring active na member ng Quezon City Sandigan Eagles Club. Andyan din si Miss Syra Ramo, who is also looking for online English teachers. Medyo busy lang siya ngayon, parang medyo may family lang siya na inaasikaso, but feel free to contact her. Nandiyan naman sa description natin. And of course, yung ebook po natin na nailabas na sa Amazon, but I'm thinking of having a Pinoy version or something like that para sa Philippines naman, dito naman natin eh, ano. Kasi yung sa Amazon version is more on US based. And karamihan doon, hindi ka na makakakuha ng ebook kung wala kang credit card, kung wala kang debit card, something like that. So, yun ang aanuhin natin, na magkaroon ng Philippine version. So, feel free po kung may mga comment, may mga messages, feel free po kayo. We will continue daily for our Kuya Borj, your certified life skills and self-discovery coach. So amidst this pandemic, amidst this seemingly dark chapter of our lives, stay disciplined, be happy, be positive. So, yes pala sa mga viewers natin from Middle East na mga OFWs na Filipinos. So, kumusta po sa inyo? I know na matagal yung hindi nakita, hindi nyo nakita yung iba nag-PM kung kailan daw magla-live. So, I'm back and feel free to send some messages. Medyo busy sila dahil nag-Eid pa lang doon last Friday. So again, thank you very much. And again, let's stay cool, let's stay happy, let's stay positive. Hindi COVID positive, ha? Let's have a positive mindset. Thank you very much and mabuhay ang agila. Bye for now.